Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll share a small hands-on demo with Azure API Management AI Gateway, which is in public preview, but I will show you like a functional demonstration, like how it works and how it is connected to Microsoft Foundry models and how we can have MCP server connected to this. And before going into like configuration and all, let's quickly understand what I'm going to do today. So basically, I'll be showcasing you a AI gateway overview. Then I will show you how we can add the models, how does the managed identity works over here, and how we can test the model with the Postman, and then we can have uh, Microsoft Learn MCP tools over here. Then I will show you some rate limit, throttling and all, and I will showcase you some benefits of using this AI gateway. So this is the flow that I'm going to demonstrate in this video. Let me go to the portal. So here it is, the AI gateway here. So it is having its own management portal. So we are over here, aigateway.azure.com. So from here, we will like manage the gateway, model servers, runtime keys, policies, identities, monitoring, and all. So I've already spinned out the gateway over here for this demonstration. So as it is, you can see on the top, it is currently in preview. So we will be considering it for learning pilots and production like validations rather than production workloads. So the very first thing that we have to do over here, you already have your portal, you have your resource created over here for the Foundry. Then you can go to the Foundry portal, so you can see the list of models. If you don't have the models being deployed, deploy those models. You can choose and deploy the models that you want to utilize it for this use case. I am already having 3 4 models that I've already deployed over here. So if you haven't, you can just go to the one and you can use this model. And if you can see over here, there is no existing deployment, so you can click on this use this model, and then you can go to your, let me refresh over here. Okay, so now you can see over here, these are the mod. So this is the interface that we have for the model over here. These are the already I have the models. If you want to add some more models, you can click on add. Again, another good thing over here, we have the Microsoft Foundry as well as custom models like from AWS or anywhere else you want to integrate over here. You can just utilize those keys in order to bring the model over here. So once you click over here, it will show you your subscription, and this is my source group. So these are the models over here. So once you click next, so the most important thing, I already have this in use. So you have to use this manage identity. So you can use Keybase, but it's not recommended. It's better to use the manage identity. So it will require a Foundry role. So if you have sufficient permissions, the import wizard can assign this role automatically. Otherwise, we have to go and assign this manually Azure RBAC control. So once the import is complete, we can have the model page. So make it sure you make it a managed identity and then create. So all your models will be listed over here. So in order to perform this demo, we need to make sure we are using the exact model name. So in the request body, we need to pass it down. So this is how the model is. Then if you go back over here, discover. So this is giving you the whole detail that you already have configured over here. And we need to get some keys in order to access those endpoints. So we need a runtime access key for basically for the Postman. So why we need this? We can utilize the model key and all, but it is not recommended. So the best way, the runtime key authentication, it goes to the AI gateway and it gets to the your Foundry model using its managed identity. So under keys, you can see I have created few of them. You can create API key, and you can put the name. It will create the key, and you can rotate. You can view whatever you want. You can do it from here. So moving next to the Postman, so you can see over here, I have created an environment in which I'm using my gateway base URL. So we can get our base URL from home. You can see this is my base URL of my gateway. So I have mentioned over here, gateway URL, base URL, then gateway key, the key that we generated, and the model name that we are going to use. Uh, this one for the later next purpose, next demo, but you can add it over here. This in the environment, MCP server name, Microsoft Learn demo. Now, if you see my first over here, first call over here, this is the body that I'm going to pass over here. Again, the base URL. So default chat completions. Now this is what is the complete base URL, right? Default models, OpenAI. So here I'm going to pass the model name that I've already put it in my environment variables. So nothing to worry, just here we have to define the role user context. These are the messages over here. This is what I'm passing in the body. I'm asking your concise Azure. Just give me the three benefits of using Azure AI Gateway. So when I hit send over here, so you get the results over here. It gives you details about centralized access and orchestration, one gateway API to route requests, so details about it. Now, I'm not going into detail of all those things, self-harm and all those things, violations. So this is categorization it's been doing. But the most important thing when you're using a Postman, make it show your content type is application slash JSON. And we have to pass this header that is coming basically from the environment variables API key. That is must. Okay, so this is what we have done in the content default chat completions. Now we will add one MCP server over here. Now you can see there is an option over here, add tools, add MCP server. So you can choose Open API spec, built-in connectors. So there are multiple built-in SaaS integrations, no server needed. So we can have this also. Even if you have some Open API specs, we can import that URL over here, or else we can use the MCP server. Now you can go here and you can put the backend name and the URL, streaming URL we can provide in the MCP server to remote endpoint where it wants to connect. So I will just show you the one that I have already added over here. You can see MCP servers. I already added over here the Microsoft Learn. So if I go to the edit over here, you can see this is the endpoint URL and this is the streamable HTTP and this is the learn.microsoft slash API slash MCP. So this is already added over here. So once you add this MCP server over here, now you can see how I'm going to call it over here. So list MCP tools. So basically here again, so here making sure you are passing the text event stream in the accept, otherwise it will not work. So you can see in the body, I'm passing over here tool list. So this is the MCP server slash MCP. So when I click on this, so it will give you the details. So it includes the tools for searching, Microsoft documentation, retrieving the documentation, pages, and finding code samples. So this is basically the gateway publishes these tools to its own governed MCP endpoints. So client connects to the gateway endpoint and authenticate using the same runtime access key approach. So this is how you can see Microsoft Docs search. We have MS Learn, Microsoft Code Sample Search. So MS Learn, Microsoft Docs Fetch. So these are the tools that we have over here. So this is the tool list. Now this is how MCP compatible application discovers which tool it can use it. Now we will try to call this particular tool in order to search the documentation over here. So you can see this was a particular tool that was listed in this. So I'll be using that particular tool over here, my MS Learn Microsoft Docs search. So I'm asking about querying about Azure App Service deployment slots. So when I click send, so it will give me the results about it. So what is this app service? Deployment slots, how does it works, promote a release, how we can have custom deployments and all. So all these things has been provided over here. Okay, so this is how we can utilize this. So here, the important thing that we need to note down over here, the request went through the AI gateway MCP endpoint rather than directly going to the MCP server. So this is how a gateway can centrally publish and govern external tools. Again, one more important clarification is that AI gateway exposes and governs the model and MCP tools, but it does not automatically decide when a model should use a particular tool. So we have to mention by ourselves. So now the next thing, so these are the three things that I wanted to show you. Now the next thing that we have over here, the policies. Now in the policies, it is a little bit like we can have, if I go to the click add policy over here, we can have content safety for the model and the server. If you click here, we can choose for which models you want to apply. And IP filter we have token rate limit also there. We can have it, the token rate limit, how much consumption and all. And we can also have request rate limit. So for, let's say if I'm choosing this and clicking next, so you can see how many calls per 60 seconds, apply limit to caller identity or IP address. So I'll just go back, I'll just show you the existing one. So this is the existing one, two requests per 60-second identity. So with the key, it is going to identify which user it is. So I can just go back over here. So I have, for that particular key, I have added this policy and it is on the applies to MCP server. Okay. It's not on the open that model. It is on the MCP server, not on this particular Foundry call. I can just keep on hitting multiple times. But when I go to this particular MCP server request here, so you can see this is first time, this is second, and here we go, the third one. So I should get a rate limit. Nope, let me check one more time. Okay, so here we go. So status code 429, rate limit exceeded, try again in 70 seconds. So again, 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Okay, so here we got the detail. Now, this is how the policy works. We have over here monitoring over here. I'm getting some errors over here, maybe with the token and all, but you can open the same in the Azure portal. So when we are configuring the AI gateway, it gives you the option to add the app insights. So you can see the number of requests and all. So again, it is still a preview. I'm not sure whether I did mistake or it is not configured, but it's configured, but it's not picking up, I think, the request or something. Let me check now. It's not showing up. Anyways, this is just a monitoring. You can try with this existing one. You can generate a token and you can pass the token in order to view. Then we have the networking part over here, whether you want a public network or for the access enable and disable, or if you have some private endpoints, then routing and all. So I will not go into details of this. So then we have the manage identities that we have. So we can enable this. So you can see the tenant ID and the principal ID in order to see the access. So this is the access being given. So the one that I added the models. So in order to summarize over here, we can say we imported a Foundry model into the AI gateway. We use the managed identity for backend authentication rather than giving the model keys, calling the model through the Postman with the runtime access key. Then we publish the Microsoft Learn tool through a governed MCP endpoint, and we tried with the rate limit request. So we can see over here the benefit, the ability to provide a common control layer in front of models and tools. So it will become quite useful for the organization having multiple applications, teams working on it, model providers. If you have multiple model providers and need some centralized identity, some usage control, some monitoring, as well as backend credential protection. So I'm sharing this as a part of my learning and initial exploration. So I haven't performed any load and scalability testing and all. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this demonstration useful. Please share your feedback in the comment section of this video and tell me your experience with your AI gateway and the MCPs. Thank you for watching.